day after tomorrow, is that those stones are like an acupuncturist's needle being inserted into the Earth's crust, the same as an acupuncturist puts a pin into the skin of a patient to unblock energy. That's what Avebury and Stonehenge and Calnish and Newgrange and all these places are doing. They're unblocking energy, but then they're putting the energy into the cursus ditches. See, everybody is focused on those stones, but most of those sites have a ditch, a circular ditch that goes around the outside. That's where the earth energy that has been pulled and recircuited is.
That's fascinating. Two things I'd quickly say. The Romans were using ley lines for a process of communication.
Yeah.
I did some work at Stonehenge about 5 years ago. What's the mystery of this place? The message that was come back to the group of people was, as far as you're concerned, the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. A bizarre answer, which has since been distilled. Basically, there was this metaphysical group in Britain, there was a metaphysical group in Rome. Think of the Romans as playing the Americans, think of the British playing the Cubans, and the Romans basically said, dismantle your device and tools, because we are the only kids on this block. And that was something to do with why Stonehenge was dismantled.
Wow. Well, that sounds interesting. I've never heard that one before.
Okay, well that's just an interesting
Yeah, it is interesting. Eddie?
All I was going to say is, getting back to, if you like, a 5 sense level, because I was thinking about taking the Camp Freedom movement. I don't know if you've heard anything about like the proposed Bank of England Act, where there's this new group.
I just saw something about it just the other day.
About, like, just making a few, amendments to the Act. So basically, so we stop borrowing money off of private institutions and start the government issuing it themselves. What do you think of that?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole story is that, if you have an honest person who's elected as an MP and they work their way up and they end up becoming a junior minister or a full minister, these private undersecretaries who always keep their jobs regardless of whether it's Tory or Labour come in on the first day and say, right, we've got a copy of your manifesto where you're trying to improve the health service there. Very good, very good, very good. We're going to explain now why you can't do any of that.
Yes, Minister.
And you're going to say,